Yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty. Newton's cradle. Yeah, is that a longitudinal wave? Is that the thing? Have you noticed though, you have things like, you have Newton's cradle, and then you're going to have the bookshelf effect. Then you've got things like the domino effect. I'm talking like the true domino effect. So, yeah, I don't know whether I should put this on a tripod or not. I don't know. And then you have gyroscopes. And have you noticed one thing with gyroscopes? You know, if you have two spinning in opposite direction, all their magical, amazing properties, in quotes, magical, cancel out, and you get no effects. Have you noticed that? So you could actually have in the real world, you have amazing properties that are unobservable in the real world because you've got two gyroscopic things happening in opposite directions. Like, you know, on the quantum scale, you could have two particles spinning in opposite directions, and all the amazing properties are just totally unobservable. Yeah, subtle point, I know. It's a bit like, you know, how come Mozart never hit a wrong note? And I'm thinking, well, you know, if you thought in colour, you never get, you know, you never get orange wrong, do you? What colour is that? Oh, that's an orange. Oh, we could call it amber, but no, it's an orange. Yeah. Yeah, what do we got there? Well, how about thinking in, how about dividing up a little bit further than that? Why don't we have light green and dark green? Okay, so we got two types of green. How about having two types of brown? We have a light brown and a dark brown. You know, dark brown being like a mission brown, something like that. Okay, I've got a bit of blue tack just in case, but you know. Now, first of all, dark purple, deep purple, you know, a light purple or a dark purple or a deep purple. Yeah, it's slightly magnetic, so it might help us, but you know, if it's going to work, it's got to work, you know, it's got to work on basic okay, we stick something there, it's stuck there, it's not going to go too far away, I can slide it around, okay, blah blah blah. Maybe I need to, okay, now, step one, find out the opposite, if I can get it in there. Is it opposite? Yeah, okay, let's put it on there. Do we want to make sure that we're halfway? Yeah, well, we could probably do that by putting in a little bit of blue tack just to make sure that it stays halfway. I don't know. As I say, it's got to be rough as guts, fellas. If it's going to work, it's got to work rough as guts, you know, as we say. Okay. So you got your two colours, your light colours and your dark colours. You know, so you've got a B flat, you know, if you know, a B flat could be a dark green, and a B natural could be a light green sort of thing. Blah blah blah. So you know, so first of all, you can't get your colours wrong, and also if you say, is it light or is it dark? Are you going to get a light versus dark wrong as well? I don't think so. You know, you may and ah. So is that a purple or is it a blue? Well, definitely a purple. Now, is it a light purple or a dark purple? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's try this thing again. Halfway. See, now this one wants to go halfway along, you see. So now this is where the blue tack might actually come in handy to actually hold it. And we may have to super glue some of these things down. I don't know. It's just, you know, just to get the idea, fellas. You know, how many do we do? Well, first of all, let's bring it in. Yeah, that's there. Now, that wants to slide along again, so maybe we need to put a bit of blue tack in there just to make sure it doesn't slide along. Nothing too fancy, as we say down here in southern Abbotland. Nothing too. Now let's see if we got the idea. Bring in our basic magnet, wherever it's gone. Where's our basic magnet gone? I think it's down here. Yeah, this is our standard magnet we use on this. Now what have we got here? That's repelling. Oh, we can move the wheel quite easily. Okay, but that's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to do it. No, that's attraction. We want to repel it this way, don't we? No, we want to do it this way. Okay. Let's see if we can keep doing this, eh? I mean, the idea is there. It's moving, but we're going to get so many magnets. It's going to get so heavy. It's going to get so hard. You know, how many of these heavy magnets can one magnet move? You know, is it going to be like a third of the wheel of weight? Okay, let's try another one. And we could, I don't really want to keep going up and up and up, but this is just step one, you know, because we've got to work out a way of overcoming this this idea that we're just going to keep going up and up and around and around. Okay, let me see what we got in front of me. Now, let's see what we got. So at the moment we're doing the other way, aren't we? Or we could do it that way. I mean, it's certainly, well, you know, I mean, it's going quite a long distance. I mean, the idea is there, but we don't want to keep going up and up and up in steps like this, because it's just going to get higher and higher and higher and higher, and very unstable, and it's almost going to be like a sine wave in a way, isn't it? But we really want to find a way if we could step it down, do another run or something like that, or we've got to think our way out of this situation and get on to the next step. But the idea is there, and as I said, we're probably going to have, because the pulse, if you want to call it, is there, and to the next one was just slid along. That's probably why it's not working the way it should be working, you know. But this could all be engineered out, sort of thing. But we're trying to do it this way, I think. No, that's repulsion we want. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's definitely there. Repulsion, 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 repulsion. But of course, we're going up in a stair-like fashion. We don't really want. We could put it on the edge, couldn't we? Could we actually do it on the edge like that? But we really want to do that down like that, don't we? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Let's see, what have we got? Yeah, something. Repulsion, repulsion. Repulsion, there we go. The idea is there. Maybe we can just keep going on like this all the way around the wheel and do it that way. I don't know. But like I said, I think we're going to have problems where one magnet's not going to have enough oomph to push. You know, you probably only like push 1/3. Well, does it really, you know? Once the momentum gets up, surely. Maybe that's something for the next video. Maybe we need to do the whole wheel around here. I think I've got just enough magnets to do the whole wheel like that. Maybe that's as simple as it has to be. I don't know. Anyway, keep thinking. Light purple, dark purple, light green, dark green. You know, it's like a dark green is like a sage green, and a light green is like a lime green, and so on and so forth. And then you have like magenta to your purples, you have your orange to your browns, okay, and you have your yellows to your greens, and you can have two oranges too. You can have a red, you know, a red orange. You can have a magenta orange. In other words, you mix yellow with red, you get an orange. You mix yellow with magenta, you also get an orange. Are the two oranges the same? I suspect they're not. But yeah. And then how about your opposites? You go from your greens to the opposite of a green is a purple, opposite of a purple is a green, sort of thing. So you go from your light green to your opposite, you'd be a dark purple. You go from your a dark green, you go to a lighter purple, surely, wouldn't you? And then you would think about the colours aren't continuous. When you go to the opposites, are not. You go from continuous colour gradings to non-continuous colour gradings. How does that work when you have like light and dark colours, and so on and so forth? And how does grey fit into it? You know, white, grey, black, and can grey be the same as silver? Things like that. Anyway, enough for you to think about. How Mozart never hit a wrong note. If you think in colour, and how you can go. Have you noticed with Mozart, he's the only one that does things. He goes like, he starts off with major, then he goes minor, and then he goes something like either augmented or diminished. He goes into a zone where it almost sounds like he hasn't done anything, and yet no other composer seems to do that. Is he doing that because he's just doing something to the colours? He's running a a mathematical principle, you know, a colour change. Like he's going from major to minor, just going from your colours to opposite colours, you know, but working only on the light colours, and then the other one is just working on the dark colours. I don't know, and working from there, the lights to the opposites, and the dark colours to the opposites, or the antithesis, or something like that. I don't know, just putting it out there, fellas. Different ways of thinking about things, but we'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna have to keep whacking this thing into the ground. You know, hidden research on YouTube. Can anyone find it? You know. Okay, we'll see how we go. But the idea is there. If it was going to not work, that we wouldn't even get any you know, we wouldn't get anything here, would we? Okay. We wouldn't even be able to do that. Okay. See how we go. Okay, over and out.